Hi, I'm Carlson. I'm an ESL teacher at Waxahachie High School, and I wanted to make a video that kind of got some inspiration for teachers on how to teach English language learners by interviewing some English language learners who successfully passed their STAAR EOC tests within a few years of coming to the country. So our first student is Galilea. Galilea, would you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you were when you came, how much English you knew before you came?
Hi people, my name is Galilea. I am from Guanajuato, Mexico. I came for first time to this country at 14 years old. I first came to Joliet, Illinois, to a bilingual school that had like my major classes in English and Spanish, like for 2 semesters. For the first semester, I later went back to Mexico, and then I came here to Waxahachie.
Okay, very cool. So how many times did you take the EOCs before you passed?
I took them, I passed them by the first time.
The first time, that's great. And how long were you in the States before you passed them?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. So tell us about some of the things your teachers did in class that helped you learn English quickly.
Well, some of the things that I most remember is a song that a teacher played to us. It was about the irregular verbs that came in like present, past, and future. The song was like pretty silly, and it was not like, well, at first I didn't think it was going to make me learn it, the irregular verbs, but when it came the time for the quiz, I actually knew all of them because I remembered that song.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of the things that helped me a lot. Another thing that teacher did for us was to teach us how to construct sentences, like with nouns and conjunctions and verbs, and like help us how to construct them by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing was trying to write by ourselves instead of using Google Translate, because I don't know, that makes us stop us, like don't let us try or do it by ourselves. Because I mean, if you write the whole thing, you won't get anything. I mean, you have to try. So that was another thing that helped me a lot.
Okay, so not relying on technology to translate it for you, but trying to think through yourself how to translate it. Did you need to use the bilingual dictionary a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So using a bilingual dictionary instead of using Google Translate can help you to process the language instead of just putting it into the computer and expecting the computer to do it for you. Okay, that's really good. Another thing you said was a song, so maybe an interesting way of learning things that are difficult, and then the structure of sentences. When your teachers were teaching you the structure of sentences, did they give you like a part of a sentence and then you finish the sentence?
Well, at first she showed us how to like the parts of the sentences.
Mm-hmm. So nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay.
And she gave us examples like how they were like put it together, and then maybe we try like how to take them apart and know how they were like.
Okay, yeah. Did you do sentence diagramming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she showed you exactly the structure of how it goes together and how it works. That's really cool. Okay, what about your other classes like science, history, math? How did your teachers in those classes help you to learn?
Oh, well, for math, I remember learning about this slope guy. It was a face about a kid, like the eyes were like plus and minus, and the eyebrows were like the lines. For I think at that time we were learning about slopes and graphing and all stuff. So the like the parts of the face like help me remember the rules of how doing the you know graphing.
Okay. So the picture, the visual helped you to remember the different things that you had to know for graphing. Okay, that's awesome.
For history, my actual teacher is giving us like clues of the names of the people. Like maybe their last name is related to something they did, like some natural resources or some movements. So that relation also helps like to remember that connect. Um, for biology, well, there is a lot of vocabulary, so the teacher gave us like lists where it has the definition, and then you had to write down like the word. Well, I really couldn't remember the exact thing, so I had to circle the like some words
Like keywords? Okay.
to well also try to connect to the original definition. So
Okay. So they gave you the definition and you had to maybe match the what the word was? So they gave you a bank of words, a word bank? Okay, that makes sense. Very cool. Okay, if you had some advice to give to teachers about how to help students who are learning English, especially at the high school level, and adjusting to American culture, what would you tell them?
Well, try to make them remember that maybe the things apparently seem to be different, but it's actually the same. Like they are also students coming to school. They are actually trying to learn. Like they are just the same. They are the same people. Like they interact with other students. So like try to make them to know that it's the same. Like it's not really different. And another thing, well, that's this is like and my own experience. I at first I didn't want to know English because I thought I was like betraying my own country, my nation. But I mean that's a mistake. I'm still being who am I, even if I don't speak my native language every day. I mean, I'm still me. I have my traditions. I have my people. I'm still me, and it doesn't change. I mean, the past never changes. Like what you can change is your future. So.
Yeah. So it would be helpful maybe if the teachers spent some time talking about that, how you're learning English, but you're not giving up your old self. You're still yourself. You're just going to know 2 languages or 3 languages or however many languages it is. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Okay, I have one more question. Sorry. What did you do at home or outside of school that helped you to learn English?
The things I did was watching TV and reading in English. With like watching movies or series, it's like more comfortable to do it in your own language, but it is more helpful, and you like I don't know enjoy it more in the original language because I don't know the emotions are more like fresh than with translation. And at first I used to watch them with subtitles, at first in Spanish and then in English. And while I was watching them, I knew what they were saying, like how it's spelled and everything. And with books, I was reading, if I didn't know a word, I wrote it down, and then I wrote the translation and then the definition, so I knew what it was saying. So.
Okay, so as you're reading, you have the dictionary next to you, the bilingual dictionary, so you can look up those words that you don't know, and you're learning as you're reading. You're not just reading. So that's good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Galilea.
It was my pleasure.
All right, and we're on to the next student. This is Basma. Basma, will you tell us a little bit more about where you're from, when you came to America, and how much English you knew when you got here?
Hi, I'm Basma. I'm from Syria. I moved to Turkey for 2 years because of the war, and then I thought I was gonna go move to America right away, but I ended up staying in Turkey for 2 years, so I didn't go to school. And then I moved to America, and then I came to I registered in school. It was a different language, so it made it harder for me to fit in. So I knew the basics of English, but I didn't know how to properly speak.
Okay, all right. And when you were learning English, was it American English or a different kind of English?
No, it was the British.
It was British English,
yeah.
So you had to get used to American.
Yeah, it was completely different.
Yeah, American version of English. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the EOC tests you've passed. How many times did you have to take the EOCs before you passed them?
Well, for English 1, I took it 3 times. Because it was the first time for me taking English and stuff. So it was completely different. So I took it 3 times, and then I passed the 3rd time. I took it in summer. Every time I take the EOC test, I learn new things. That's what led me to pass at the end. And for English too, I took it 3 times to pass it as well.
Okay. What about algebra and biology?
Algebra was the easiest for me because I passed it for the first time I took it. And biology took me 4 times to pass it because I had no idea, the terms were hard. My teacher helped me a lot with this.
Yeah, how did he help you?
He gave me a packet with the vocabulary, then they have the definition, so that way I can read through it.
Okay,
yeah.
That's awesome. So you had to do a lot of work with vocabulary. How did you study the vocabulary?
I had to go to an app, I had to go to Quizlet to look up the terms, and go over it again and understand as much as I can.
Okay. Did Quizlet have pictures with each of the
Yeah, some
words?
of them.
Some of them did? Okay, and that helped you? That's good. Okay, so what about math and history? What things did your teachers do in classes that helped you learn more English?
Well, for history, the vocabulary helped me a lot. We have the test for vocabulary test. Each time she gave us a vocabulary test, I learned new words. That helped me a lot.
Okay.
And for math, the slope guy.
Yeah, the slope guide.
Yeah, yeah. That's the most thing that I understand. I understood.
So it was a picture, right?
Yeah. It was a picture with a face. The plus and minus and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So I've heard you say so far vocabulary, pictures, and the teachers helping you. Okay.
And visual stuff.
Visual stuff. Yes, visual stuff is really good. Okay, now what about in your English classes? What did your teachers do that helped you in your English classes?
Well, in English classes, my teacher, when I first came here, she was my first English teacher. She helped us a lot with the vocabulary. She was focusing on the vocabulary and the basic words that we use a lot in English language, and especially the verbs that we use a lot in English language. So she focused on that. She gave us quiz, and she gave us a song and to be more interesting to learn. So it made it easier for us to learn it.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so if you had some advice for teachers who are teaching students that are learning English as a second language and also adjusting to a new life in America, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them that like don't treat them like differently. Like make them like feel confident like of what they're doing, like so that way they can like feel like more comfortable in where they're living and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like because when they feel like they're not like in like a different country, they're gonna feel not comfortable.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about what you did at home? What did you do at home that helped you learn English even though you weren't in class?
English. I learned English sorry.
It's okay.
I learned English at home by watching like movies a lot. Like I watched like so many movies with English subtitles, and I got like a notebook. I write like the word down if I don't know the word, and I write the definition next to it, so that way I can go through it again, so I can learn, like don't forget.
Okay, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Basma. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Basma. We're going to go on to our next student now. Okay, so now we have our third student. This is Maria Lisa. Lisa, will you tell us a little bit about where you're from and when you came to America?
Well, I'm Lisa. I have like living here in United States like 3 years ago. I come like 3 years ago. This is my fourth year, like, and I'm senior right now. I have yeah.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from like Mexico. From Guanajuato.
Okay.
It's little like ranchito in there. Yeah.
Ranchito. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know any English before you came here?
I know some, but there is nothing compared like what I know like today. We have like junior high in Mexico. We have classes, English classes, but there is like the basic things. There is not like compared to like when you move here.
Not a whole lot of practical,
yeah.
Practice.
It is like just the little things like how this call, like she, him, like these things.
Yeah.
Like no, no. When you like come and you say what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the EOCs. How many times did you have to take the EOCs before you passed them?
A lot.
A lot.
For English 1, I tried like 4 times. For English 2, I tried like 3 times. For algebra, just like 1 time, and that's it. Thanks God. And for biology 2 times, and U.S. history 1 time, and that's it. Yeah.
Good. Okay. So from the time you came to the time you passed English 1, you took that 4 times. How long were you here?
That is like 1 year and a half and like 6 months, like
Okay.
maybe, yeah,
Okay.
to like pass the test.
Okay. Wow. So what are some things that your teachers did in class to help you learn English?
I think like they help a lot when you didn't know like what is going on with everything. Like they like try to like do like their best to help you. They try to like give you like some advices, like how reading, watch TV, but all in English. You know, this is like the things that you, or like make activities with you that you can like understand better what are like you doing. And also like here, like when you are in class, you just like hear people like how they like talking, how they like combine each other.
Okay. What about your other teachers, like in math and science and social studies? How did they help you to learn both the English that you need to learn and the topics that you are learning at the same time?
I think like take notes is a lot of like help for you, for us. for me and for them, like sometimes they like give you the dictionary to like know like better the words like you like didn't know. But I think it's like better if you know the meaning in English, because when you like know the meaning in Spanish, then like in the future you didn't know what are you writing or something like that. So the dictionary, I guess, it is the best friend for us.
Yeah.
When we start like speaking English and to learn English.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about taking notes. Did you take notes in English or Spanish?
I take in both.
Both.
For me the whole time is like in English. So I can like be better like writing, and then like understand what the teacher are saying, you know. But sometimes we don't know how to write the things, how like or pronounce or you know how to pronounce, but you didn't know how to write them. So when I didn't know that word, I just like write in Spanish, and then when I go home, I try like translate. And like see if all my notes are like good, if they look good, because sometimes it is different the sentences when you write in Spanish than when you write in English.
Yeah.
It's like different
Grammar structure.
Yeah, the grammar structure is like so different. So it's like sometimes confused for us. We wanna like the same thing that we write in Spanish, write in English, but that is like none.
Yeah. Doesn't work that way.
No.
Unfortunately. Okay. So if you had some advice to give your teachers who they're going to teach students that are learning English for the first time and they're trying to adjust to a new culture, what would you tell them?
Like help them when like you can. Not a lot of time, because like when you help them, they're like always like waiting for that help. You need to like be there for alone, you know. So they need to be alone sometimes, and they like try to like fix the things that they need to learn. But if you wanna like the teacher wanna like help them, like reading and make activities with them, like but activities that you know that like give you them like something. Like they like can learn about that. I think that's like good.
Yeah.
For that.
So using the language that you're learning in a practical way, in an activity where you're having to practice speaking and reading and writing. And what you said about the teachers helping, what do you think is the best way for the teacher to know when to help and when to say, okay, you need to do this on your own, you need to be independent? What do you think?
I don't know, like, but I don't know that question, because like sometimes we don't know. It like depends on the student, you know. For myself, I prefer like work alone than like teams or something like that, because I know like at what time like do my things and everything. But I think when like you help like explain like something, like you are like able to say like, no, you need to be alone for yourself, because the teachers is not always been there, because when you take the EOC, the teacher can like help you. You need to like do by you alone, by yourself, and then sometimes we don't know like to like ask for help. So we are like just like quiet the whole time. Like sometimes I was like that, because I don't know how to like ask them for like something. I didn't know how to ask, or how to like ask for something, because I was like embarrassing to like say something in English, because I didn't know. But I think for that question, you like explain the things and leave there alone. If they didn't know, but they like come and ask you like, can you explain it again, or something like that. But you can like be the whole time in there with them. You need like they need to be alone at like one point.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so kind of balance helping and letting
And
the student
listening,
be
yeah.
independent. Okay. So what did you do at home or outside of school that helped you to learn English?
Reading. Reading.
How much did you read every day?
Like 1 hour, like maybe.
Okay.
Like sometimes like more than 1 hour, because like sometimes I didn't like when I'm start like doing like homeworks and doing all this stuff, like I didn't know like nothing. So I spent like more time like reading and translate the things and everything, and I think like more than 1 hour. But like maybe 1 hour like reading, watching TV too. I always like watch TV and put the subtitles on it so I can read what they say. Yeah. And I think, yeah, that's it. And do homework all the time. Yeah.
It helps you, yeah. So you're a senior now. What are your plans for after you graduate?
Going to college.
Yeah.
I want to like be pediatrics or forensic psychology. I don't know what to choose. But I want to like learn more and help people. I know there is a lot of like people in here, they didn't like know English well. I didn't know, but I'm like always like trying to do my best, you know, to learn more than like I can learn. And I always like pay attention to all my classes. So that's one of the things that we know like to do to learn like more, like pay attention the whole time. You know, you don't want to like be distracted in your phone.
Right.
Yeah, because when you was like, what did they say? What were you doing? Like you didn't know.
Yeah.
So like pay attention the whole time, and you can like be good.
Yeah, it's good. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to go to our next student now. Okay. Okay, so our last student is Zaki Ramoe. Zaki, will you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. And when did you come to America?
I came like 1 year and a half, I think. Yeah, 1 year and a half. Yeah.
Okay. And how much English did you know before you came here?
Like I only say yes or no, but I understand what people say to me, but like I can't speak.
You
like
can't speak.
yeah, like when I trying to speak, they don't understand what I say.
Okay. So did you take some English classes before you came here then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My country actually have like a how do you say, a program? Yeah, a program that to learn English more and more in my country, and that's like like program from my country.
Okay. How old were you when you started learning or taking classes?
Taking classes. Maybe like from 14, I think.
14
yeah.
years old. Okay.
Or
And then
maybe
you
less.
moved here when you were 15?
No, I moved there when I'm 16.
16. Okay. Okay. So tell us about the tests that you passed, the EOC tests. How many times did you take the tests before you passed them?
I think the EOC one I take 3 times.
For English?
Yeah, and
English
the English one, but for the English 2, maybe only 2 times. I don't know how to do. I just like when I'm do it, I like, oh my god, what I need to do. That's my first time when I took the English 2, but like the second time I just okay, I'm fine. Okay, good. Okay, I will do my best, and yeah, whatever I get, I will admit it. I will receive it, and when after that, and like all is done, but when Miss Carlson tell me I'm passing my English 2 and English 1, I'm like, yeah, I can't say anything. I just like stay like a stone, and
Yeah, I thought you didn't hear me. I said you
yeah,
passed.
you saw me, right? Like this, and yeah, I can't say anything. Oh my god, really? Oh, in my heart, oh my god, really? Oh, that's awesome. But I can't say anything in my true face. It's
Yeah.
in my heart.
I remember. Okay, what about your other tests like English? Algebra, biology, did you take those?
Biology not, but actually I don't remember all my schedule. Like I just doing all my best, and like I'm not remembering all of them. Just do it, and if I'm passing, yeah, I'm so glad. But if I'm not pass, I will try again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what are some things that your teachers did that helped you to learn English?
It's a lot. I can't say all of them, but they always say, "You can do it. You don't give up. You can do it. You here is for something you want to do, not for like playing around. No, you can playing around in here, but you need to graduate, right? Yeah, that's the thing you need to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I need to graduate.
Mm-hmm. When you graduate,
Mhm.
that's good. Okay, so encouragement.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
encouragement. Okay. Were there any activities that you did that helped you learn English more?
Actually, I can't say it is activity because I'm playing game a lot, and that's what I do in my home. Yeah, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I always
Video games?
play a game, yeah, video game. But that's helped me to learn English. I don't know why. When I remember when I did in my school, oh my God, like I can't speak in English, and I remember all of them, and I group it those in my heart, and that's so hurt, and oh my God. And after I sleep, and I wake up, and I will do my best for today, and yeah,
Mm.
I'm trying step by step to learn English,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's the thing that I can't forget is I need to graduate,
Mm-hmm.
whatever reason is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about your other classes like math and science and history? What did teachers do in those classes that helped you learn both the English and the topics that you were learning?
Yeah, like what I said before, don't give up, and yeah, you need to graduate, and if you're not passing this class, you need to take it again in next year. And actually I already failed my US history class, and that's like, oh my God, I'm so regretted actually, but yeah, it is what it is.
Hmm.
And about like, how do you say, math, or okay, I will say matematica. Yeah, matematica. Yeah, it's same in my language.
Oh,
and,
okay.
yeah, in
And
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
matematica. So matematica and like science. Yeah, I don't have problem. I don't know why. I just like, that's not a real English. That's something you can remember in your brain. So I don't know. I can do it, and okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's the best thing.
Okay.
But about all of English, like I use history, like I feel okay, I'm give up. Like I'll do my best, but whatever I get, I will receive it.
Okay. So, okay, with your assignments or things that your teachers wrote on the board, anything of that, do you remember any of that helping you specifically?
Actually, I remember all of them, but I can't say in English. Yeah, but the best thing I remember is when my mathematica teacher give me like a card and from YouTube. Yeah, I still keep it in my room, and
Oh, like
yeah.
a written note?
yeah, like a written note. And
Okay.
yeah, and I read it again and again. Oh my God, this teacher is so good. It's so nice, and they trying to push me to be better again. And if I can do it, if I still fail, I still like not grow up, I will regret for my future.
Mm. So encouragement is very important to you.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so what are some things that you did at home or outside of school that helped you to learn English faster?
I don't have any activity in art school. I just playing a game.
Just playing games.
Yeah, just playing a game. And sometimes my family teach me a little bit, but not a lot. Like, yeah, I'm learning by how do you say, autodidact? Like, yeah, like by myself. I just playing a game, and sometimes I read a book. Yeah, not just a book, like a online, yeah, from a movie, or yeah, like everything is almost from online, like by myself.
Okay. When you play the video games, are you talking to other people? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so speaking,
Yeah, speaking, and yeah,
listening.
when yeah, sometimes I feel when I play video game, I need to learn English, and I play my video game, and I need to talk a lot so I can learning my English better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Alright.
I do.
Okay. If you had some advice to give to your teachers about how to teach students who are learning English and adjusting to a new culture, what would you tell them?
If I compare to my culture, I think in here they have the best thing. Like, yeah, to be honest, like Miss Carlson, but I still remember my last teacher is called Miss. Oh my God.
Your last English teacher,
Yeah,
Miss Horn?
yeah, Miss Horn. Miss Horn is, yeah, she's the best too, and Miss Carlson. If you wanna learn English, maybe from Spanish, or you can't speak, you can come to my Miss Carlson. Yeah, no, like, yeah, you have the best thing.
Okay,
I
so
think.
you're giving
Yeah,
advice to
yeah,
students.
advice to student.
What about to teachers? What can they do to help you
What can
or
you?
to help new students?
Yeah, just doing what you do.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can know by yourself.
Can you tell them?
Can you tell them? I can't, because if. But this is what I feel when she is my teacher. She can help me a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, like when you say, don't do that, and you need to do this. Don't give up, and yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
So encouragement.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't give up.
Yeah, like, yeah, you can know if you meet him, if you meet her.
Okay.
I'm a little bit anxious, but
That's okay. Okay, and you're a junior this year or a senior?
I'm senior.
You're senior.
Mhm.
What are your plans after you graduate?
Actually, I'm not go to college yet, because yeah, I need to learn a lot thing, lots of thing, and I need to take a biology, because I didn't take in here, and maybe some science stuff, and yeah, I need to. My goal is to be a. I don't want to say in here, but yeah, I need to learning some stuff before I go to college, because college is not dangerous, but you need a communication skill and a critical brain. Actually, no, like speak a lot in college, and to be active, yeah, to be active. And yeah, you can see my aura, or maybe what do you say? What I look like? What do you see? What I look like? I still like this, and not brave. So yeah, that's my weak thing. That's why I'm not go to college. But yeah, I still.
But you will eventually.
Yeah, I will.
After a year?
Yeah, after a year maybe.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for answering all those questions and talking with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the students we have for today. I hope that you learned some things about how second language learners can benefit from your classroom teaching, and how you can help them to learn English as well as whatever topic that you're teaching. So, thank you so much.